Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. This is getting up here a little bit later in the day that I'm recording this. It's like, what is it? Almost 6. So, yeah, don't know really why I'm telling you that. Just in case you were wondering why it's a little bit later. So, I don't know if this will be better quality or worse quality. I guess I'll find out. So last time, I know I said I wasn't going to do this anymore, but I guess why not? You've actually been reading the descriptions from the episodes. I give no description on what happened in the last episode. It's the vaguest summary ever. Sometimes it's not even really a summary. But anyway, last time you and the kid ran away from the, yeah, they did run away from the tidal wave, didn't they? Or from the water, and, yeah, that's right. You was kind of catatonic there, and, kid passed out, yeah. Yada, yada, yada. And they found a couple of girls in an elevator. Great summary. And now we continue it. She was just about to take something out to use for the elevator. And she took out a... Wow, she's being just as dramatic as I was about to make her be. Thanks, you. Okay. It was just a felt tilt pen. As she said this, you screwed the capped end into the space between the doors. A gap appeared. I jabbed my finger into the open space and started forcing the door open. Fascinating that she has a marker. Not that it ever really took great detective skills to figure out what happened about last time. The box inside the part where people ride was stuck right before arriving at Drite's stop. Above the door, jutting out some 20 inches or so, was the lower bit of the elevator box. It was just at a height where if I stretched my hand out completely, it would just reach. If we could get the box open, then it seemed possible to pull the people trapped inside over to our side. Use one word said it all. As she implied, I stood in front of her and spread my legs, bracing myself. Because he's a kid. I went around behind you, wordlessly squatting down. You was wearing a skirt after all. One reason I tried to be on top was I thought it would save her the embarrassment. As I was thinking that, you straddled my head with her legs. I put both my hands on my knees, supporting myself, and stood up all at once. Her soft thighs hugged against my head. Taking in some details, I'm saying. She was flush against the back of my neck. It was a bit nice. You took the marker and started prying it between the doors again. She stuck her finger in the gap, and then she opened the door with a flourish. With you on my shoulders, I looked up. A girl in a uniform was peeking down. Ah! That was kind of an accidental impression that I just did. I didn't know why, but all three of us exclaimed at once. Just then I felt something like an electric shock run through me. Severe lights went off in my mind and I heard the sound of something snapping. I was suddenly dizzy, and you was suddenly disappointed that she was not on the bottom. Lost my sense of balance and swayed forward and back. Okay, well let's go ahead and address the gorilla in the room. Unless you're joining in the middle of the series, okay, Mr. Dawson. Don't know details too much. Just if I'd picked the kid first, would that have happened? Just wondering, if you have to, I'm pretty sure you can tell what I'm asking. Would something have been there if I had played with the kid first? Is it like a whole playthrough you have to do for so and so to happen, or is it just, question to ask. Anybody just joining this is pretty confused, I'm pretty certain. That's why you should go back and watch everything. Play the game. My vision and consciousness were overrun by white. I couldn't take anymore. I fell to the floor like a marionette with its strings snapped. It's a pretty dramatic fall to the floor, I must say. Things began to fall back into focus. I was lying on my back looking at the ceiling. The lights were shining down brightly. Wow. We just tried to save your tail end, and you're laughing at the misfortune of others. You're not completely rescued yet. The girls were pointing at me and laughing. Their innocent faces were enveloped in celestial-like light. Just like a couple of angels staring down from heaven. They were laughing at your misery. I didn't know why. It was a bizarre sense of something like deja vu that came welling up in my mind. It felt like I'd seen all this before. The angelic smiling faces somehow made me feel nostalgic. Like it was a fragment of some familiar everyday scenery. I couldn't explain it, but somehow I had that vague sense about things. No, they don't even know because they've been stuck in the elevator. As I was about to answer, the girl cut me off. It's very ironic, but it seems like in cases of underwater amusement park disasters, the elevator appears to be the safest place to be at. That is normally the complete opposite of any other disaster there is. If you're in an earthquake and you're in an elevator, you're pretty much screwed. But so far, it saved Takashi and Tsugumi's life, and it saved these two girls' life. So, very strange. I'm observing stuff. Naku? The girl said this as she descended from the elevator, patting her clothes back into place. Okay, they know each other? Mayo? The girl's name was Mayo? She's named after slang for a condiment? I know it's Mayo. I think that's the pronunciation, right? Mayo, right?
修学旅行？それは3年になってからじゃないですか。あ、そっか。マヨはまだ2年だもんね。はい。じゃあどうして？先輩覚えてないんですか？え？特使ですよ。特使。救命館では 2年生になるとボランティアの旅に行くことになってるじゃないですか。
This is vaguely remember, vaguely familiar, but not really.
ナッキュ先輩だって今年卒業したばっかりなんだから知ってるでしょ。ああ、特使ね。特使貢献奉仕派遣とは名ばかりで、実際にはただの協力的な集団旅行プロジェクトに過ぎなかったりする。どうせまたあれでしょ。建前はレミューで働くお姉さんたちのお手伝いをしましょうみたいなさ。ズバリそのまんまですよ。私の時はユナイテッドランドだったけどレミューに変わったんだ。先輩、見かけませんでした？他の生徒。救命館の2年はみんなここに来てるんですよ。見かけなかったけどな。
While the two of them were talking, I decided to take a peek at the elevator that Mayo was stuck in. I grabbed onto the entrance of the box and used my momentum to pull myself up. It was empty inside. I thought I heard two girls inside. Okay. It appears that we are experiencing a wibbly wobbly timey wimey type situation. If you get that reference, good for you. Fascinating. Perhaps? Fascinating anyway. Wonder if my mind was playing tricks on me. Wow. Me and you are kind of lining up too, kid. Because I'm feeling like something's playing a trick on me. Fascinating. I let go of the elevator and dropped to the floor. You asked me this when I returned to the ground. It appears that the kid has a bunch of like options where he has to either ask or don't ask. Hey you, didn't you just hear two people? Well, before, didn't you hear two voices? You shot the question right back at me and then looked right back at Mayo. I know I said Mayo, my bad. I see. Well, Takashi, there was that scene with Coco. I remember. It's a miracle. There was a scene with Coco with Takashi where he went into the infirmary and he believed that Coco was talking to somebody. Something very fishy going on here. I must figure out what's going on. I guess it was just my mind playing tricks on me. Mayo would glance at me from time to time, but when our eyes met, she would look away. Well, I kind of wish I hadn't skipped over the first part. Wait, is this girl supposed to be called Sarah? That's what she's listed at in the beginning credits. Oh wait. know that there's supposed to be some sort of accidental spoiler in the credits. Oops. I don't know what it's a mention to, but that might be something. If you're watching this and you've never played the game and there's a reference to Sarah and it's, forget that you've heard this conversation. I like how the only solution is to know this crap is to move forward and to click, and I'm not clicking. I'm trying to figure it out now like an idiot. But I wonder, dang it. I wonder if Coco and her was in the well, if she had been in there, F3 shouldn't have let it pass if she'd popped up. F3 should have made it stop. Except, I mean, I know she popped up when I know the kid was chasing after her for some reason. But Coco had an extended scene. Extended scenes. Yeah. I don't know. Confused. Wow. Thanks. Thanks you. Yes, this just a visitor has saved your hide. And you saved his. There was something a little off about Mayo's greeting. Yeah, she's saying Mayo. Okay, good. Nice to meet you too. Wait, what? Your old high school? What? I'm pretty sure that's a mistake. But then again, my words were pretty stiff as well. Okay, good. No spoiler alert. No spoiler alert. Good, good, good. Whoa, I got a little worried there. Nice to meet you, Sarah Matsunaga. I think I said that right. Sarah. So I'm Mayo. Okay, sure. It's a play on mayonnaise. I see. I said that, but I still didn't really get it. Yes, he has amnesia. Apparently he doesn't know what's in tuna salad. I had the feeling that simple salad dressing was better suited to tuna salad. Well, whatever. It wasn't important. Yes, the place is flooded. There's more important things to worry about. Oh, great. Time for him to have another brain explosion. Name? You aren't you? Shouldn't you be like doing the like? Shh, don't ask. My name is Thank you. Yes. It's a pretty unique reaction. Wow. Yes, that's really cool. Everybody who has amnesia, like, sweet. I don't remember, but I bet I've always wanted to get this. The International Man of Mystery was supposed to be not remembered by anybody else, but he's supposed to remember who he is. Assassins? I wouldn't kill anybody. Sarah kept staring at me as if I were something exotic. Like I were an angel, replete with a set of wings on my back. What's up with him thinking about angels? I mean, nothing, bad about angels or nothing, but why does he keep thinking of them? Kind of strange. But the divine and nostalgic feeling from before had vanished like an illusion. The three of us aimed for the exit. It goes without saying, but Sarah couldn't hide her surprise at the transformation the complex had undergone.
何これ？なんでどこもかしこも水浸しなの？それどころか誰もいないみたいだけど。
While we walked, you brought Sarah up to speed with the situation while walking next to her. She told her that you herself was working at LeMU. How I had collapsed in by the kiosk. How after falling down I was hauled to the infirmary. After finishing the story, you went on.
そしたらね、突然警報が鳴り響いて。
Alarm?
あれ？まだ君には話してなかったっけ？君が意識を失ってる間に緊急避難警報みたいなやつがアナウンスされたのね。原因はわからないけど、とにかく皆さん逃げてくださいって感じの、そんな内容だったと思う。
That sounds like a very official alarm line. Anyway, everybody please escape. Don't worry, nothing's that bad is happening. Most of you might live.
マヨは知ってるよね。はい。いきなりエレベーターが止まって中に閉じ込められちゃって、そのすぐ後だったかな、警報が聞こえたのは。でね、その時救護室には私の他に3人の専属スタッフがいたんだけど、その3人は外の様子を見てくるって言って出て行ったきり、待てど暮らせど戻ってこなかったの。部屋に残されたのは私と君の2人だけ。さすがに君1人を置き去りにするわけにはいかなかったし。
Thanks.
それにね、その時私実はあんまり心配してなかったんだ。
Yeah, it's nothing to really worry about. Alarms going down, people saying, please escape. And people never coming back. What's to worry about?
きっと子供かなんかがいたずらして非常ベルを押しちゃったんだろうって、そのぐらいにしか思ってなかったの。いくらなんでも子供のいたずらで緊急避難警報は発令されないと思いますけど。今考えれば確かにそう思うけど、でもその時の私はなんていうか。
I think that describes you to a T. She's just, I don't know.
この少年のことで頭がいっぱいだったのよ。
You were worried about me?
うん、まあね。で、それからどうしたんですか？
Everything after that was old news to me. The closing of the watertight doors. Our search for the emergency stairs to the floating island. And of course, you also told Sarah about how we got washed away by the floodwater. Excuse me. After that, you and Sarah did a complete check of Dreamcast's corridors. But we met with a dead end. And a dead end. And a dead end. And a dead end. Oh, they did 4 this time. And a 5th dead end. And a 6th dead end. And the final place that we ended up was in front of a small door at the end of a narrow corridor. In the middle of the word Himmel was engraved. What is this? This should feel very familiar to you guys. Except Sarah.
さあね、こんなとこ私も初めて来たから。
Saying that, you took hold of the doorknob. It didn't open. It didn't even budge. Then she started tapping randomly on the 10-key display next to the door. You should have known that it was a waste of energy.
はあ、これで全滅か。
You punctured this with a sigh.
全滅って、それじゃあ私たち。 うん。閉じ込められちゃったみたいね。
You weakly kicked the door. Following the sound, we went silent. The atmosphere around us was heavy. Dang it, just thought of another question. Questions. If there's no Coco now, is her dad in there now? Dang it, I have to think about crowd. Both you and Sarah wore tired expressions as if they couldn't even be bothered to speak anymore. There's a gloomy silence. Oh great, he's going to try to lighten things up. To try to lighten things up, I said. Hey, anyway, it doesn't do us any good to just stand around here. You've got to think of something. A way to escape.
何か明暗でも?
That's where this is probably where it ends, with his lightening the mood. Well, let's see, how about... There are a lot of choices in his route. There wasn't anywhere near this many choices in Takashi's route. Not this close together. This is, what, 2 in this one? 2 in the last one? Wow. Let's try to contact the outside. For example, we could try to contact the outside or something.
どうやって？携帯も通じないのに。
Even without a cell phone, LeMU must have other means of communication, right?
通信手段？そっか！制御室ね。なんで今まで気づかなかったんだろう。あそこに行けば少なくとも浮島にいる誰かとは連絡を取ることができるんだ。
Yu's face lit up again. Next light returned to Sarah's eyes as well. But... Oh crap! You did a fantastic heel stomp on the console in the control room. Sweet, she's got a chair! I was thinking about this the other day. There's in Jurassic Park, not Jurassic Park, Lost World. There's I don't remember much, but I remember this quote: "Balance and technology doesn't mix." I believe it fits this. I could pretend like this is a very smooth transition and that I didn't accidentally just pull my microphone out of the I could pretend like I wasn't moving it around and accidentally pulled the microphone out of the jack and messed the video up, but that's what I'm going to say, which means exactly what I just said. Balance and technology doesn't mix, even accidental balance. So, since I'm having to start this recording again, this is going to be a little bit longer episode just to make it worth me starting this again, so be ready. You did a yeah, I already read that. Great picture. That's an awesome picture. It looked like she was going rants. I have no clue what that means, or is supposed to mean. No, she was already ranting. Going to rant? Okay. Looks like she's doing much more than ranting. People normally don't rant, but chairs in there lifted above their head. Hey, what are you gonna do with that chair? Wow, okay. I thought Takashi saw the violence you... Apparently I was wrong. Apparently the kid gets the full, angry, crazy, vicious perspective of you.
通信回線が全部アウトってどういうことなの？電話もメールも非常回線さえも繋がらないのよ。こんなことってありえる？わけわかんないよ。舐めてるとしか思えない。
Still, you don't have to destroy.
うるさい！もう！
Sarah and I restrained you and dragged her outside the control room. Somehow I regret my decision. Nah, I don't. I don't regret my decision at all. That was funny. You's eyes were bloodshot like a rabid dog. Somehow our fantasy-like outfit seemed out of place. Well, if it has to come to this, there's nothing else to do. Let's just split up again and look for an exit.
無駄よ。あんだけ散々探し回ったのよ。
We haven't looked inside the rooms.
そうだよね。
What? What? I mean, what use are looking down a bunch of hallways if you don't look inside the rooms? Okay.
秘密の抜け道みたいなやつが隠されてる可能性もあるし。そんなのあるわけないでしょ。忍者屋敷じゃないんだからさ。
Anyway, let's just look one more time, okay? Alright?
拙者のように閉じ込められてしまったお方がどこぞにおるやもしれぬでござるからな。
Yes, that. So that, the three of us, Sarah, you and I, split up and started searching the complex. Because, as we all know, in an emergency situation, you should always split up. We agreed we'd meet again in an hour. Does any of them have a way to measure time? We decided to meet in front of the control room. I decided to check Dirte stock from end to end. You and Sarah were probably investigating upstairs. Rest area. I noticed immediately that the scenery was different from the morning. Because of all the water, right? The pond in the middle was covered with a lid. Yes, that's right. Where there was water, there's none, and where there wasn't, there is. Or more of a partition of a sort than a lid. In either case, the pond was no longer connected to the ocean. The LeMU computer that you had talked about might have automatically sealed it off. Fried chicken sandwich shop. Hey kid, you better get to loving them things. There was still a slight scent of cooked chicken in the air. The second I smelled it, my stomach started to growl. I glanced around. There was no one there. I thought I might eat, but I didn't want to do anything criminal. I swallowed once and left that area behind. The conference room. There was nothing really out of the ordinary there, but I did pick up on one thing. This room was not flooded by seawater. The elevator entrance had stopped the water. That darn chicken sandwich stand. The fragrance of food was tickling my nose. The control room. They've already searched there. Why is he searching there again? This room too was spared flooding by its elevated entrance. The chair that you had knocked over was where she had left it. I put it back where it should be, checked the room and left. That chicken sandwich stand. The smell just wouldn't quit teasing me. The ruins of Lemuria. You had passed through here just a while before. Just to be sure, I peeked in the shadows of the stone pillars and behind buildings, but couldn't find anything resembling a pathway. That chicken sandwich stand. That smell. Ooh, I couldn't take it anymore. I slyly extended my hand toward the case, holding the warm chicken sandwiches. The situation called for extreme measures. I kept telling myself that as I munched and swallowed down the sandwich, And with that, I finished checking their taste off. It appears that the male protagonists of this game really like eating things in secret. Actually, I think every character in this game has eaten something in secret, because it seems like Segumi kinda... Didn't she kind of act like she'd eaten something in secret? I don't know if I commented on it, but she kinda did. I didn't get the sandwich. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. They still haven't ran into people. What? There's still Takashi, Segumi, and Sora to run into, so yeah. So here's where I'm going to end it at. I do hope you enjoyed. I hope you did get annoyed at my unprofessional, accidental unplugging of the microphone. And hopefully this was a pretty entertaining part of it. Especially this Sarah just popping up unexpectedly. Yeah, let me know. No details. I'm sure to be explained. Just curious. If I had picked the kid to begin with, is this still what would have happened? Cause it kind of bugs me, because I felt that there was some stuff behind the scenes there with Coco and the kid. I mean, they're probably the most similar age-wise. So I mean, they would get along, but it seemed like there was something behind the scenes. I might have just been reading it wrong, but I'm curious if that's what still happened. So just let me know. Simply, you know, would it have happened this same way if I'd picked the kid first and then Takashi? Alright, well anyway, signing off right here. This is an episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall return in the next one. Farewell.